All right, so basically you come into your Binance and then you need to fund your Binance. Please be very meticulous when you are doing transaction on your exchange, or when you are doing transaction sending and receiving Bitcoin from, maybe exchange platform, or you are receiving Bitcoin from escrow. And I will still advise again, when you are receiving or you are withdrawing, different coin that is not Bitcoin, please do not transfer coins from one exchange platform to another. Sometimes the support system or the wallet supports a file type of a particular exchange may be different from another exchange. There are exchanges that are not aligned with what we call ERC20, okay? Right, ERC20, that's, in that case, you might have issues when you send a token that is embedded on ERC20 and another exchange platform that does not support ERC20, and you send, is being sent but not received. So the best is you withdraw such money to wallet. There's a difference between wallet and exchange platform. So be very careful so that you don't have issues of, I've made the withdrawal, I've been waiting, I've not seen my money. There are different support wallet systems that if you want to know much about wallet and all of that, you can go to Cryptopia. Okay. There are so many wallets you can have. Okay. Maybe let me just round up here so I go quickly to Cryptopia and show you wallet, reward, and some update research on coins and why you need to take advantage of a given coin at times. Okay, now having come here and click on wallet and I click on exchange wallet, to deposit. So of course, I'm just taking a review back, talking about deposit. Ordinarily, I shouldn't come here. And you will see deposit, and so you can see deposit. And then see deposit. Of course, if it's a new account, when you click on deposit, if you are using a phone, to do a deposit, of course, you are going to click on fund. The moment you click on fund, you will see deposit, withdraw, transfer. So when you click on deposit, of course, it's going to show you something like this to search. All right, so you are going to search, type BTC, and then you pick the options of Bitcoin, and that's when it will prompt up this way and shows you the wallet address. You actually you want to. So of course you will see copy address. Then immediately you do that, you'll be able to copy address. And let's say you go to blockchain, and you are, of course, you have, or if you're not going to blockchain, maybe you are buying from somebody, or you've bought already, and then you have now to come down here and then click on send and then paste your wallet. Okay, let's say I want to send $100. So I can just type $100 and then click on send and then, or continue rather. Then you click on send and immediately, but please take notes. Unlike Yobit, when you transfer money to Yobit, after a while, it's going to show a waiting deposit. But on Binance, it does not show. So don't panic, if you cannot see it. So now I go back to my Binance, and then once it has been credited, all right, then you are coming here to click on exchange and then click on advance. I'm doing this a revisit because some people, I think sometimes they can still be battling with this. So please, it's so important you take note of every step. Before I move further, I need to let us know something. Please, I'm begging everybody, go and buy a jotter. Go and buy a jotter or a diary where you have records of your activities, your entry, how much you brought in. They are very, very important. And when you have that, you put the price in naira, in dollar, and in the Satoshi. Okay, it's very important. And you have to write it as cost and value. So cost can be both naira and dollars, and then the value will now be the Satoshi of the money you sent in. Please, it's so important. Okay. Now, having done that, I've come here. By default, when you come here, by default, what we're going to see is BTC paired with USDT. It's going to be this way. BTC paired with USDT. That's what you're going to see. Now, please, once you click here, even on phone, what you're going to see is market. You click on market. As you click on market, it shows you how to go about the whole thing, and then you pick the market, and you'll see BTC/USDT. Of course, you click it and begin to search. So here I am. I've clicked on BTC/USDT. So I meant to click on BTC. You can see green here in the USDT market does not mean you're on profit, because this gray here is organic. The red here is organic. Why? If Bitcoin slashed down anyhow, here is going to be red. Bitcoin just spike all of a sudden, here is going to be green. And so for the fact that here is green under USDT market does not mean that you're on profit with the BTC market. So as I go to BTC now, you can see that it's another story entirely. You're seeing some red market. So you have to click on BTC. Why am I clicking on BTC here? I'm clicking on BTC here because BTC was the denominator, the main money you're going to use to buy different coins. So having done that, I click and search. Okay, assuming I want to buy Nebel coin. So I type whatever is the acronym. Please, when you are buying a coin, you need to know the acronyms or what we call code of coins. If you type the full name, you may not see it in the search button here. Okay, let's say now Ripple. The acronym or code for Ripple is XRP. Now you come here and say, I'm typing Ripple. You won't see anything. So you have to now make sure that is the code you type, XRP. And so now let me go for NEO. All right, assuming I want to buy NEO. So I want to buy NEO. I click on NEO, and then that is NEO paired with BTC. Then I now check how many BTC do I have. I want to place order to buy. Please take note of this thing. When you come into the market, we have told us that there are 4 fundamental things that are very, very important. The first one is the volume in 24 hours. The volumes are very fundamental. The volumes that come into that market in 24 hours are important. And secondly, you check the support. You check the support, okay? You have to check the support, okay? So support, we have said, that is the point at which the market, forces is not willing, to drop further, because people are reluctant to sell because they are at loss and they are waiting for a rebound back of the market. So look at this EOS. The last biggest support created was about 1.1 million Satoshi or something, if I'm not mistaken. This is all 116,700 Satoshi, and it has been moving up and then took a sudden drop, okay, took a sudden drop of because of price of Bitcoin just suddenly move up. And of course, when Bitcoin suddenly move up, it's going to shake other coins, even though they will rebound back thereafter, but it's going to pull them all of a sudden. And that was what really happened here. Now, you have checked the support and you check the resistance. If a coin is already at the resistance, no matter how fantastic that coin is, don't buy again. That's not a good buy. A good buy is always a coin at the support. Please, and now let me challenge us here. Most of you that maybe just start trading, after you have bought a coin at a support, now the coin now create what we call double bottom. From this support, now it further move up and come down below the last price you bought, the price you bought. Don't bother. Just leave it. Now it dropped by 20% of your money. Don't bother. It's going to recover. Now, this is the level of foolishness in trading. We said a coin you have bought, but because you understand it, that type of coin, you bought at this maybe $10. The coin now fall further and go back to $7. This is your level of foolishness. Your level of foolishness say buy more if you have another money. But to a conventional person, that is foolishness. The market you have bought that the market has not gone up and is still dipping down, you are buying more. That is foolishness. But that is what is expected of you, because before the first price you bought, let's say the market has dropped behind again 20%, and you look at another money and buy that dip, when the market is going to recover to even your old price, you have made 20% already. And when the market now break out, the first order you picked is already at maybe it's already at 40%. That means the last one you pick when the dip happens is going to be at 60%. So please take note of this. And then you check the coin you are trading. I've told us now, EOS is a coin that if you have traded and you make small profit, like your reserve profit, buy some EOS. Now EOS is about $11. What if you buy EOS and just part of your profit, and after 1 or 2 months, maybe by January, EOS hit about $50? Very possible. Where we're expecting EOS to be possibly maybe before, mid of next year, or possibly towards third quarter of next year, you may see EOS at over $500. How do you compute this figure? $11, $500. That is not possible, but it's possible. Okay, so always check that. So now you are now buying EOS. You come to the market. This market can see very slow market. Listen to me. When the markets are the support and it's as slow as silent as this, buy your coin. Let's say this is EOS. I want to buy it. Look at order here, this up here, and this down here. This order are people who come to the market and say, we can buy your coin at this rate. So the highest bidder who want to buy at the more expensive rate is their own volume that used to be on top, and then the lower. Now, on the other side, these are the people who wants to sell. All right? These people are already in the market. They have placed order even before now and say, anytime this guy, Neo, get to 122,800 Satoshi, can sell. So by default, these people set their own prices lower. But over time, when they discover that nobody seems to sell to us at this rate, they adjust the price. So in the process of adjusting the price is when all these orders are being executed. So, but you come sometime and then you are in a haste. What do? I just check what is the price here. And you come here, okay, the price is this. You come down here and put that price. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 8, whatever. And as you put it, let's say the money you have is much. Then you just only use 25% of the money you have to buy the coin, or 50% of the money you have to buy the coin, or 100% of the money you have to buy the coin. Now, sometimes I tell people, it's not compulsory for you to use all these percentages. You have some money and you have placed this price. What do? I can either come here at the amount on your phone. You may not see this price. You may not see this amount or total. You only see line ... But the one first on top is the price. The one below it is the amount, the volume you want to buy. And so I can just come and type it and say, okay, I just need 10. So as I type 10, it's going to show what is the BTC volume that 10 is going to cost me. So if that one is going to cost me this, I go ahead and say buy. Now you can see it's telling me I do not have enough money. So insufficient balance is not enough. And so I do not have. So assuming I have, if you're using full, it's going to write success. But this will show you successfully placed. Order is successfully placed. That is, you are using limit order. Ensure that, look at this yellow, ensure you are using limit order. Don't use the market price, always use the limit order. We use the market price, even if you place the price and the market just fluctuated very up, they will buy for you at that top. And you'll be imagining, how come I had wanted to buy this coin at 1228, and there I am, I'm seeing that they say I bought at 1445 because of the spike. So you don't use market, right? So the limit, and then boom, you place your order, and anytime the price get there. But the best bet, when I come to the market and it's like this, for me, if I want to buy this coin, I know that it's still going to shake, possibly up to like 121. I can just, okay, place my price at 122, 1222, and it's good. How many do I want to buy? 10. Or sometime you may not type it, you don't look at how much do you have. You can say, okay, just buy what of 0.015. So by the time I type 0.015, it's going to show me that 0.015 is the total dispensed money, how many volume of EOS that can buy. So I click on, okay, I click on that, I say buy. Of course, immediately I say buy, and there's money there. It will show order is placed successfully. But for the fact that it has shown order is placed successfully does not mean they've bought for you until when the price triggers to that point, they buy for you. All right, so assuming you have bought new. Now, I normally say this, depending on what you want to use a coin for, will determine your decision about the coin. Like, is it part of the profit you make from your trading, and you just want to buy some EOS and keep? In such case, you buy it and you don't bother placing price for sale. Okay, you buy it. But if, in a way, you've bought it, and sometimes we always said, when it has to do with scalping of coins, please, just a moment, guys. Okay, so like I was saying, if I want to buy this coin now, I can just place at a low price, and having known that the market was still going to fluctuate because the market is not actually spiking right now. So I place the price downward and go away. And sometimes the market can tempt your patience and your understanding about the market. Immediately you set price at, they say 122 or 1225, the market will jump up to 1228, 1229, 1223, 1224, 5, 6, 1229, and then 1237 and all of that. So you don't bother, just go away, just leave it and go away, because if you are too emotional, you say, hey, the market is going up, it's not selling for me, don't bother. This is the ideology or one philosophy you have behind your mind. If the market refuses to sell for you, you want to buy from the market, and market has not given you the volume you want to buy, you have your money to yourself. And that your money is the Bitcoin you have to yourself. So always understand it that it's another day, another market, and another coin. If that coin refuses, then another coin will be available. what we say is that don't rush after the market. Don't run after the market. If you do, you might not really find it funny because you'll be so emotional. You'll just be, hitting yourself left or right. So you don't need it to want to chase after the market. It doesn't work that way. Just buy when the market, and this is the issue. Very many persons, when the market is down, you tell them that I think there's the best time to buy a coin. Everybody, most time they are waiting to see when the market starts shaking. Once you wait and wait for the market to start shaking, like cheese, I told us yesterday or 3 days ago that it's time to buy cheese. I bought some and placed some on sale, and then I leave just small fraction. At the small fraction, I left 1,360 cheese that I left. And why do I left it? I set others at the prices, at some prices, I just left this one. So in case if it spike, it could spike beyond the prices I placed. Okay? But assuming now, look at the one that is left. Assuming this is the coin you have bought, and immediately you finish buying, you have placed order here and they have sold for you, for instance. You come back here and look at it. Remember, we calculate this. We calculate that if it's a scalping coin, the coin you just want to scalp within 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or a few hours. We say once you are above 4%, so let's say I want to go away from this market, and I've seen that I've already done 4%. I can just sell it off. Well, now I look at this guy here. Please always check again, what is your time indicator? Some people time indicator will be here. Now, look at my own is 1 hour, or I can use 2 hours. Can you see? As I put 1 hour, when it was 2 hours, it's like, look more tiny. You may not be able to see the market very well, the candlestick very well. But as I put 1 hour, that is a more recent activities. Can I see how it is? Now, some people can go and put 1 day. Can you see? Now, as you put 1 day, you're going to be confused about the market, especially when you are not doing a long-term swing or position. You're going to be confused. Right now, this market, for several days back, that is, and even since last month, this is the month of October, look at it down here. Then look at the month of September, look at the month of October, the beginning of October, the market was at about 61 Satoshi. So whoever that have bought this coin since last month, okay, is still in huge profit, okay, at 59, 60 Satoshi. Now, the market had gone up to as high as 215 Satoshi. Now, it has dropped very well to 147 Satoshi. Do you know one thing? If you use this days indicator, you wouldn't know that this coin is actually, is a momentum coin, but it's in a pullback moment. So you have to check your different time indicator, and make sure that you are in a close range, because especially coins that you're not going to, keep for a very long time. So if you look at this guy now, no matter how he's doing, somebody who bought from the beginning of last month, that's a month ago, is in profit more than 100%. More than 100%. So what then do you do? Just go back here and possibly select 1 hour. So if you look at 1 hour now, you see that the old days are far just a view of the most recent market. So you can see that the cheese was trying to break out. Okay, I actually bought this coin at how much? At here, I bought it here, 153 Satoshi. And there you are, it's at 147. So do I need to panic when even it dropped down all of a sudden to 143? I don't need to panic. So then, but what do I do? A more recent spike of this coin was 162, but of previous more recent was 215. Got it back here. Oh, can this coin, since it's a pullback for more than how many percent? For it to recover, may do a very long percent. So I can come back here and say, guy, when you get to when you get to 180, look at 180 here, of the last spike here, that was on the 6th, you go to 182. I said, okay, can you pull back in the next short day, in the next 3 or 4 days? The coin can do back of where it was on the 5th of this month. Okay, so I can now set my price. I can set my price 180. Okay, I can set one price and say, go here, set at 180. You can say 50% of your coin and say sell at 180. And then you go back again and said 192 or 195. So another 50% of the coin sell at 195. Okay, I can now say the last one just sell at 200, or I wouldn't set any price at all. So I can say 100% sell at 200 Satoshi. So all this you have done, you have placed trade. It's like you have set a trap to catch some antelope and all of that. So you do not need to disturb yourself to like, oh, how do I go about this thing? You have bought, you have placed price for sale. Now, all the prices you have placed for sale and for buying, all will appear here in open orders. On your phone too, when you go to open orders, you're going to see both the one you place for sale and the one you place for buy. So if you can look at this in my account here now, you can see all the chips I just set here over here. Assuming they have sold 180 for me and 190, and I come online and I discover that the way the coin is going, it may end up hitting about 300 Satoshi. I can cancel the last one or the last two and watch it closely, watch it closely to see that it breaks beyond our expectation, then we can sell. Okay? So that's just the basic thing. So, but now, when do I move my money to USDT? Here is the crypto market. Then here is the fiat market. When do I move my money to USDT? Number one, when you have made some profit and convert to your Bitcoin, and Bitcoin just take a spike. Sell every spike and buy every dip. Okay? Now, if you look at Bitcoin, now it's trying to recover. Okay? When it has recovered very well, and you have done some trade that you've converted to Bitcoin, and then as it had moved up very well, then you can say, okay, this is my Bitcoin, I want to convert you to USDT. Or even before then, maybe we're expecting that Bitcoin is going to go up to about $10,500. Or like what it's doing now, maybe before tomorrow, before 11 a.m. tomorrow, it may go to $9,500. So what do? I can come here and say, all right, this guy, when the price of Bitcoin gets to $10,000 or $10,200, my Bitcoin, 100%. So that means this money is just about $10. So 100% sell. I click on sell. So what have I done? What I've done basically is that I'm saying anytime Bitcoin get to $10,200, sell my Bitcoin. And if variably they sell my Bitcoin at that level, I'm waiting for another dip. Listen, guys, don't chase after the market. The market must go up and must come down and to repeat its action. So when you chase markets, you're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to lose a lot of money. All of that. You're going to lose a lot of money chasing the market. Okay, so that is that on Binance. So I convert it to USDT. The advantage is that as I convert to USDT, whatever fluctuation have no effect on you. But of course, positive reversal of the coin will make you to not benefit from the profit. Okay, so that is Binance. Something I need to share very quickly on KuCoin is this. This is KuCoin. Okay, put in KuCoin. Okay, so this is KuCoin, for instance. So see what I want to show us here on KuCoin. KuCoin have a lot of advantage. If you know how to make use of it, you can take advantage of so many things on KuCoin. And always read updates too on your KuCoin. Now look at it. This is KuCoin, right? When you open your KuCoin, you see something like this. It's going to be 0 because you've not funded. Of course, you see deposit. You click on deposit, and then of course you need to select the coin. Okay, you need to select the coin. So which coin am I depositing? BTC. Then you click on it the same way you did on Binance, but here now you can see that the feature are a little bit different. Then this is the wallet. You click to copy the wallet. It's copied successfully. Go to your blockchain to do the needful, and then once you pay from blockchain, you wait after some time to ensure that your account is credited. So once it's been credited, no issue. Now this is the thing I want to show us here. I go to main account. Once it's credited, so go to main account. We go to main account and ensure as you go to main account, okay, you now look for BTC. All right, BTC. This is BTC. Immediately you search for BTC, see lend, see deposit, see withdraw, see transfer. Click on transfer. Now transfer to where? From where to where? From main account to trading account. So you have two accounts here. Main account to trading account. So the vice versa. Anytime you have made some profit, you want to transfer from main account, just click on this arrow. It shifts it to say trading account back to main account. So when you're transferring main account, for instance, and then what are you transferring? Is it Bitcoin? Is it what? Any other coin? Maybe you have made profit. You just want to reserve like 100 or 200, of the coin you are holding. You can just, okay, let's say it's KCS. Nice. KuCoin shares. So how many? Let's say 50 or 100 of the coin. Remember, main to trading. So I click on confirm. So I do not have enough money, of course. So I click on confirm. Immediately it make that money. So what does it mean? I can have my money in the platform and not all are on trading. The same thing on pushing it back from your trading, and you want to keep it back or keep some fractions of that, and then you make use of the same medium to do the transfer or whatever. So having transferred your money, now you want to start trading. You click on spot. You click on spot because that is the exchange trading. Click on spot. Okay, I'm waiting, let the spot come up at the interface. Okay. Now, when you were opening your KuCoin, there was a PIN, transaction PIN you created, 6 digits. So I need to put mine. So immediately I do that, it popped up. Please, when you come to the market, all right, when you come to the market of KuCoin, always check some update too on some other coins so that you can take advantage of them. Okay, because there's some time I'll come in and see a coin that just gets started. You copy such coin, go to Coin Checkup, go to Coin Telegraph, go to Bitcoin News, go to Coin 360, just check all of those tools to know what are they saying about that coin. If they are speaking some favorable English about that coin, you can go ahead and buy some of the coins. So now, look at it. We have the Bitcoin market, we have the KSC market, we have the USD, then we have the altcoin market. So now you have credited money and then you want to trade it. So against which coin? Let's say against BNB itself. So against Binance coin. So you click on BNB/BTC. So as you do that, then you scroll and then so that you can see. Please, there's something you must take note of here. Here does not give those figures like Binance. Look at in Binance here. You can see the figure in between. It's already written. You can just adjust it and all of that. But here, you are going to type it by yourself on KuCoin. So you're going to type it by yourself. Look at it here, so that you don't get confused. Look at here. I want to buy BNB. You can scroll up to see at what trade are they buying. Look at the buy and selling. This is selling order. People who wants to sell. This is the prices. People who wants to buy. This is what they afford to say we will pay. So you can check the market range. Now this is 227,790 Satoshi. All right, and look at the one down here, 227,860. That's the highest bidder, the highest person who say I can afford to buy at this rate. So me, if I want to buy this coin now, I look at the chart. It's okay. This coin can place my own price at 22785. Okay. So you come down here. You're going to type it by yourself, 0.00. Okay. 0.0022 22785 thereabout. So that is 220. This is 1, 2, 3. 227,850 Satoshi. So here you can see use those percentage or type it by yourself. Say 0.0122 BTC. So that is what you have. So and I say, okay, no problem. That's the BNB you are buying. This is the volume you are buying. Okay. So you go ahead. Sorry. So you go ahead and click on buy. Of course, we do not have money there. So say maximum size 0, so we don't have money. And you click on buy. So immediately you finish buying, it appears here. BNB volume, BNB BTC, the equivalent of it in BTC. And so that's how you navigate on the KuCoin. And that is similar thing in BitForest. So they have similar interface, They have similar interface that you still use, and the way you do it on KuCoin, you can do it on the this guy. Okay, and so please take note of some of these coins. I'm not saying you should buy them now, but always visit them at your interval. Number 1 is called Neo Coin. Neo. Number 2 is called VET. VET. Number 3 is that younger brother to Dashcoin, PIVX. It's a Fox PLAZA is a fox from Dashcon. That's when the fox happened. It was when PLAZA actually came to limelight. Then another coin you will take note is ARK, A-R-K. Okay, this is unbeknownst, for instance. A-R-K. So you always need to be checking some of these coins at your own leisure time to understudy them. What are you understudying ordinarily? Like, I want to check, is he at a support now? Is he a good buy? This coin may still want to do well because it has not gone up so much. But if I want to buy, I wouldn't buy it again. Because like, always check the market that is at the bear market. That is this red AMA indicator line actually is up and all these other ones are down. Now, if the coin, you get any news about such coin you buy, it's going to be very highly promising and give you a lot of profit. Okay, so now another coin after NEO, VET, PIVX, and then ARC, then NEBL. Okay, NEBL. Okay, for instance, now, if I come into the market, I'm understanding NEBL, NEBL, ARC, and the like. I would rather buy NEBL now. Why? It has spiked up and pulled down. And any moment from now, where NEBL ought to be maintaining is how to return back up. So you can buy such coin in NEBL, you know, and place order for sale. Okay. The next one is called ONT, on-ton. Entomology. Okay, yeah, the coin too is still a good buy. I'm not saying you should buy it now because there are so many coins we're still going to review. Just give you an instance where you come to the market and you can always do the needful by checking the support and the resistance. Another coin is called Komodo. That's KMD. So I wouldn't buy KMD. I will not buy it. In between PIVX, NEBL, ARC, VET. So let's check VET. So, but Commando is already a kind of a breakout that's in the momentum of not in the bear market already. So I need to look for other coins that are still at the bear market. Not funny coins anyway, some coins that do not really have a blockchain. And, people are promoting some of those coins, no. But a coin that you already know that they have some project behind them, just like I mentioned in our new VET, PIVX, ARC, NEBL, and Commodore. They have so many projects associated with them. So that's that for your. Now remember again, I'll still repeat this for some of us who are very fresh. That when you start to trade, of course, buy your jotter and ensure you partition your trade in 3 dimensions. Number 1 is the holding, and most coins that we encourage people to hold are primary coins, likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, and all of that are primary coins that you can actually buy. For some time, I even buy it, I'll just forget them. You can buy a position as a position trading. So it may come down, that's not an issue. When you're going to recover, you forget all the time that has been trying your patience. Okay? So they are, primary coins. Like I told all of us to download the Tab Trader. So on the Tab Trader, I created primary coin and secondary coins. So for better trading activities and all of that. Another thing you must take note of is this. Every time you make profit, in Bitcoin, return it back to Bitcoin. All right, don't keep too much money, you know, in secondary coins. So primary coins, when you buy, you watch, for a time frame. Some coins can take up to 2 months before it give you the profit, but when such profit come, it come reasonable. And I say again, when you are trading, you're trading with $200, for instance. You shouldn't buy more than one or two coins. $200, you shouldn't buy more than one or two coins. So that if it's 10% that is done, you know that it's 10%. So you don't spread so much around so many coins at a time. I have somebody who was trading at a point where trading PPT, Populous. And for like 1 week or two, when I was asking the fellow how's, he said, no, he had been trading only PPT and then it's good. So you don't need to be in a haste. So it's not about how many number of exchange you're trading on that determine how much money you're going to have. Okay. So I think I'm so tired. I need to, okay, maybe if you have any questions, you can ask before I move further, if you ask any questions, if anyone have any questions, you can ask before I go further more to explain other stuff for us. Okay, so we have a question. Yeah, do we have anybody with a question? So please ask questions. So, okay, let me see whose hand is up and somebody hands is up. Okay, yeah, somebody is asking a question.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
The guy asked on how to put resistance on Binance.
Okay.
I think that's Joshua.
Okay, Pastor. Okay, Pastor, you're asking. Sometimes. Oh, okay, let me go back here. This resistant mark, either a mark has shown. Let me go back here. Yeah, so sometimes, yeah, many people want to see. Let me take a view. Yeah, the activities on what's it called? KuCoin sometime may not show the total reflections of what's this guy called? May not show total reflection of Binance verbatim. And secondly, when we talk about resistance, sometimes it's not about just the mark, but the height of a spike and the height of a spike and oh, sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Where I'm taking you to is too hard for you guys. Taking you too much to trading view of Binance. Okay, so you have to check the EMA and Pass through this might take us some technical arrangement. Okay, let's finish all the things first before we go back to that. But however, the first important thing is that it's not only this mark that determine uh, uh, a total resistance and a support. It's not necessarily this mark because sometimes this mark might take a longer time for it to create again. What is important first is was there a spike just like this, da 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 da, and then there must be a pullback. And we always say that for every coin that move above about 50 EMA or 200 EMA per time, have more likely chances to take a 50% up to 20 to 50% pullback. That is lost of that previous market it was. And most time, actually all coins are in the momentum stage. It must have done about, if a coin has done about 50%, there's that most likely chances that the coin is going to drop back, by 30 to 40% or totally lost back to a dip of just previous 2 days, not long time of what days. He wants to see what Joshua want to see is this arrow back and front on the support and the resistance of all of that. Sometimes it's not necessary you have it, especially when it's not on the original. For instance, if I'm on the trading view, so maybe we'll have to go back to it later and reset it on the cool coin. It has more technical stuff because we're using the trading view just like this now in Binance. So we're on the trading view. So you have to go back to original and take, let's check. I just hope we'll have small patience to do that. Yeah, anybody with other questions can ask. Yeah.
Boss.
Hey, officer.
Be say wey you draw for group chat na million be that o. You go give us small gist na, make we know as we go kuku follow you jump that other small. Make we too dey count for tau now. So make we no go be left behind na. E no go good when you dey inside my house, go dey gate na. At least make you follow this door. Make we near door small, the road map, e make sense die. You see, some people close mouth, some people no wan talk, some people go talk later. Me, I dey like talk am as e dey o. So you go know as you go take do am, especially as you dey, as that your calculator wey figure no dey finish for inside. Because when we try to convert that thing wey you write there in naira, and the calculator no gree show the figure again o. So abeg help us make the ministry follow the group abeg.
Okay. Okay. No problem. We'll go unveil them, and it's sometimes one of the okay. I think one of the issues there with a whole lot of people in this crypto space. I think let me go back to that because of the questions obviously I just asked now. One of the major problem of many people in this crypto space is this aspect of everybody just concerned about cost. No much persons understand more of value in the crypto space. And if you are much interested in trust, I can bet with you you're gonna blow out like a very minus me of your activities, because this is what I mean by cost. Let me go here. Okay. Uh, okay, so I tell people two things. Number one, people check costs. Okay, let's go here. Costs and value. Cost and value. Okay, so this is what is important in crypto. Now, I was checking yesterday in a particular coin I kept, in some of my exchange platform, like on my Coinbase, on OKs, and some other platforms. I just traded some coins and abandoned some, like a kind of cut off of stuff, and I intentionally cut them off. And what I'm now doing with them is I move them to some wallet of exchange platform that some of those coins I've traded, um, because I was not considering the costs, okay, but I was considering the value. Example of it is this: somebody have come into the market and come in with $1,000, okay, has come in with $1,000, and that $1,000 is going to be about 0.12 BTC thereabout. Now, it's having about 0.12 BTC. He spread this money in some coins. And because of, we are very conventional, the way our brain is being programmed. And then, so everybody is more of programming head. Most people don't have the brain of their own. Most people, we use our program head. The way your brain has to be conditioned this way, and it's all about condition of cost rather than the condition of value. So, and in crypto, what works for most people, if you follow some real people in crypto space, why they have more confidence and have more focus to accumulate rating more than us, is that they are not concerned about cost; they are concerned about value. And $1,000 now is brought in, and that was why right from the word I told everybody, ensure that you're coming to the market, have your a diary that you are taking record of everything, and how much you are brought into the market. And when you are buying your coin, check what is the Satoshi value you are bringing into the market. Now you can come tomorrow. This $1,000 is going to be reduced to $450. Now, because this money has reduced to $450, many people are disorganized. Immediately they see this money at $450, they are disorganized. Oh my God, I'm finished. Holy Spirit. Some can even speak in tongue and thinking that $1,000 to rebound back. Naturally, in crypto, and what we struggle is not the dollar, but is the Bitcoin, the Satoshi. And that's exactly like when I was telling people about the EDC and what I was using it to get to accumulate, is where this is going to work is not only just getting EDC for me, but it's going to consume a lot of BTC going forward. But it now depends on how many volume of EDC can I have. So that means at every point of drop of EDC, I need to accumulate more volume per day. So going by this, a man who is still more concerned about the cost is going to be calculating, how much did I even brought to this market? $1,000. After 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 months, the money rather than 1,000 is now 450. He's going to be disorganized. He could even sell off. And we say in crypto, until there's no permanent loss or permanent profit until you sell. If the asset is not being exchanged, you can be on $1 million profit and you never exchange it. It can come down below that 1 million, and that means you have no profit whatsoever. So what should I do? I should pick more attention on this guy, the value. So if it's Bitcoin, if it's one coin, one chain rather, if it is VET, if it's EOS, if it's NEO, how many NEO do I have? Oh, is it Litecoin? Yeah, is it Litecoin? Let me use my practical example. I bought Litecoin. I traded Litecoin from January or from February from $29. And I traded it to up to $145. But remember, I still bought some Litecoin at $135. $135. And there you are, as Litecoin was coming down, it already come down, crashed down so much to 115. It's okay, never mind. I didn't bother again. But every drop of Litecoin, I was still buying. So what was my concern? I was not concerned about costs. I was concerned about how many Litecoin did I have. Am I having up to 20 Litecoin? Oh yeah. Okay. Has it been increased to 25? Oh, even when I have 10 Litecoin, when Litecoin was $140, that means I have spent about $1,400 to buy 10 Litecoin. Can you see? $1,400 to buy Litecoin. Now here I am. I'm having 20 Litecoin using an instance, and Litecoin is just $63. Okay? If it's just $63 or $60 as the case may be, now, and I'm having how many Litecoin? I'm having 20 Litecoin. 20 Litecoin multiplied by $63, that's just about $1,260. And the person's like, what the heck is this? Remember, $140 minus $1,400 minus $1,260, I'm still, less than, I'm still having minus of my cost. But because cost is not my concern, but my concern is how many Litecoin do I have? But what will give me this boldness? Because I know as I'm having more of this Litecoin, over time, if I have up to 25 Litecoin, and Litecoin, here you are, 25 Litecoin come down to $53. I'm still expecting Litecoin to still come down before the next spike, possibly. So if Litecoin come down to $55, multiply by 25 Litecoin, that's 1,375. Way down. And remember, this 140 of that 10 Litecoin I bought, I'm still spending more new money to buy the fresh Litecoin that make it up to, 25 Litecoin. But where am I waiting for Litecoin? That's not my business. My business is that Litecoin, I'm waiting for you at when possible you're going to be about $800. Or the first little step, $500. So if I have $500 at Litecoin and I have 25 Litecoin, that's about $12,500. So why will I be concerned about the little money that was just missing here and that's the cost? And then what about when announcing all-time high of Litecoin maybe in the next 10 months or possibly 13 months, getting Litecoin to be up to $1,200. And I'm having 25 Litecoin. So that means I'm having about $30,000. And also my concern should be of the asset and not the cost. But the most unfortunate thing is that, like I used one example, there was a person who came into the market, and when he was coming to the market in crypto, he has $3,000. But the asset was 0.63 BTC. And he kept trading, okay? He kept trading $3,000, 0.63 BTC. So after he has traded for like 3 or 4 months, now he was having this, he was jubilating. He was having this $3,700. To a very conventional man, one I can and I cannot accountant, he will say that is in profit because $700 have been added to it, that is in profit. But to we that we are very irrational is in nonsense. And another person may be his own money may be at $2,700. So we'll not tell them that this guy is in profit more than this guy. The more you look, the less you see. Because why? Him that brought in $3,000, that time was coming into crypto, Bitcoin was about $4,900 that give account to this value. He has traded so seriously and have $3,700, but the asset is now 0.33 BTC. It doesn't make any sense. So what I should be more concerned about is this guy. Because naturally, even if he had just kept the Bitcoin, 0.63 BTC, as at the time he was jubilating that he has $3,700, the money not doing anything, just keeping it in your wallet, the money was supposed to be $7,700. So organically, you don't even struggle yourself against the dollar value of your trade, of your account. In all your assets and all of that, you don't go by checking what is the dollar value. Yeah, fine, you need to draw a strategy because I know some of us feed on those things, but you must have a strategy that, okay, maybe you are trading some. If you want to be feeding on some, you can just be trading some portion of your crypto and convert to USDT so that anytime you needed money, you can pick that from rather than be under pressure to sell up your asset. So that is a basic thing that will guide everybody. And so coming to use the case of EDC, did you know that I did analysis for somebody in the beginning? No, not even beginning of this year. Because in the February, March of this year, we traded EDC and some of us make some profits, but just little profits. And like myself, just did like 228% in 3 days. But I look beyond just that 228%. I look at, okay, what can I do? I remember to do one account in EDC that time, I spent about $128,000, 1,000 naira to do one account. 128,000 naira, 130,000 naira. And it was just, I just kept it and it was accumulating. Now, in July, somebody came to me, I was telling him to buy EDC with, I said, okay, if you don't understand how to list EDC, just buy some volume and keep. And I did the calculation, one EDC, one BTC was to buy 4.1 million, as 4,166,666 EDC. And I say, okay, buy it and keep. Don't be in a haste. Don't trade it. Wait for a few months. And when he waited for a few months, when he didn't buy, of course, he looked so shabby. Because you know where I have the problem with him, with her rather? The problem I had with her was that she was busy asking me, now, to buy the EDC was one Bitcoin. And Bitcoin that time was about $10,700. So he was calculating cost. Look at the challenge he has. Cost. $10,700. And it was going to buy 4,166,666.666. Okay, so let's just round it up. And this is what he was going to buy. And he now asked me, as you asked me to buy it, I say, yeah, I say, the market, let's watch what happens in the next 3 or 4 months. So that you now list from there. Because many people that don't understand EDC, they always look at where they make the fast money. It's not so. So I said, okay, buy it and keep. He was checking this. Now, the question if I ask me, how much will it be in the next 1 month? Or how much volume am I going to earn? I said, no, let's watch what EDC will do. That time EDC was at 24 Satoshi, 0.000000. This is 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. So it was over calculating other things, and so he never bought it. And I said, okay, no problem. Now, July, September, October, that is 2 months. This volume of EDC was now multiplied by 0.0000. In fact, it got to, I just use the last price it dropped to. So EDC got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 109. I remember I told everybody, I say, if I were you guys, if I'm trading EDC now, I will sell it at this rate. Now, let's go back to the drawing board. Now, I was not asking the man to be calculating the daily income. So 0.0000, okay, multiplied by, that is about 5 zeros, 0.00000, okay, 108, okay, multiplied by 4,166, then 666. That's about 4.499 BTC, almost 4.5 BTC. All right, so that was 1 BTC that time, 1 BTC. Now, I've given birth to about 4.44. Now, this is the thing I told him. I said, even at the time you're going to have this, BTC might have come down because I was expecting BTC at $6,000 at the point. So BTC might have come down, but you'll be calculating this dollar. That's not what we are looking for. What we're looking for is this guy. Even if it comes down, there's a volume you are going to have in BTC that at the end of the day, the value of that BTC, the volume you have will overcome the dropping. So 4.49, I said, okay, now that you've had that, if you have gotten this, what do? You can just say, okay, let me take 1.4 BTC and take it to one side. Then the remaining 3 point something BTC, okay, leave that EDC that is worth 3 point something, convert EDC that is 1 point that can be converted to about 1.3 or 1.4, so that you know that you have 0.4 BTC as profit. Then the other one, now list the other volume and just lock it up for 2 years. Now, if you lock it up for 2 years, what gives us concern and much understanding that, okay, EDC, there is no how the phenomena that is happening in crypto the next 1-2 years. I'm not saying this is to go back to where it was before at $994. No, I'm not looking at that. My highest I'm expecting that EDC, come rain, sunshine, is $10. So if you can hit $10, fine. And here I am on the residual, like somebody was asking me about the residual of EDC. EDC have residual. What is the residual? For instance, I may not be able to tell us how many EDC account I have. So it's immaterial. And so, but this thing is it. I've looked at some account I have. Only the internally generated account are residual. Some account, let me go here for us to see. Some accounts on residual basis, that is accrue not on the leasing ROI. Some accounts are earning 532 EDC every day, while some of them are earning like 600 EDC every day. Some are earning about 200 EDC every day. So some are earning about, just in that order. So let's take about average of 4 accounts. Let's take average of 4 accounts earning 500 EDC every day. So 4 accounts earning about 500 EDC every day. That is 2,000 EDC every day. Okay, let me use the calculator. Average of 4 accounts earning 500 EDC every day. That multiplied by, 500 EDC multiplied by 4, that gives about 2,000 multiplied by 30. That is 60,000 EDC. So I can afford to divide it by 2. So I can be reserving this 30,000 every month. So if I reserve this 30,000 every month, so multiply by 12 months, that is 360,000, if I'm correct. Then multiply by 3 years. That is 1,080,000 EDC. The first year I'm expecting. This is very small to some people. I have somebody who's earning 15,000 EDC every day. So if he's earning 15,000 EDC every day in a month, that is madness, you know. And so, and if this is the case, worst case scenario, EDC do 50 cents. So that's multiplied by 0.5. That will give about $540,000. So multiplied by the currency of the zoo. That's about, I don't know what is this, 194 million naira. And that's still very little money. You know? So, but you know why this one, why I will not look at it is that I'm not going to too particular about it. It will just be going, you know, on its own, that I will not even remember as part of. So why I say I can afford to reserve 30,000 is this. I may decide to trade the 30,000. And if fortunately and unfortunately for me, as at the time I'm trading it, EDC now refuse to come down for me, because I don't like, if I buy EDC, if I sell EDC at 108, I will want a situation that, let me see when it comes down to 70 something to buy. I think I even remember that time when I was telling people that if you are finished selling at 108, you can set back at 70, 75, 80, 85. It's as if it was not going to come there like. And later it came down there, and maybe it might take after 1 month, it came down there and it bought. Then why am I cutting part of my EDC to trade? Number one, to meet the volatility of the market. Number two, to use it to consume more of BTC over time, where I have the reserve, so that then anytime the BTC spike up and all of that, with all this project happening around so many coins, then the spike will happen. So if there's a lucky chance in 2 years that EDC enter $1, and there you are, you have some reserve. You know, why I say reserve is that there might be some emergency that will demand you to liquidate some of that ones that you were trading. So, but these ones will be like a forgotten landed property. Just like I used to tell people, may problem that will result to you selling your land under emergency may not happen to anybody. And so that means the reserve you are keeping of EDC, just call it landed property. And so that you can have patience to keep it for 3 years or as the occasion serve you. Of course, people who are still thinking of 3 years in crypto, that means you are a baby. Anyone who is still saying, 3 years is too long in crypto is a baby. Because the main people who are controlling crypto, somebody was telling me just keep crypto the next 10 years. And of course, they are not keeping shitcoin. We're not talking of shitcoin. Somebody can afford to just, everything he's doing is jealous about his Bitcoin. And like me, I'm jealous about my Bitcoin. So you are making it and then you are keeping some reserve. When we are going to appreciate it is when Bitcoin is eventually about $350,000. That's when you appreciate 0.01 BTC you are wasting now. Look at it. 0.01 BTC. Oh, sorry. We need to understand all these calculations that will help us to be very conscious about our BTC and all the other reasonable cryptos we are holding. Multiply by zero, multiply like $9,040 right now. Zero. It's a very funny amount of money. $90. But there you are. 0.01 BTC that you can afford to waste anyhow now. Multiply by $350,000. You are wasting about $350 for $90. Then how about that amount that's up to $1,000 now? About 0.1 BTC. Okay, multiply by, sorry.
Yeah.
0.1.
350, $35,000.
And that's 0.1904. That's about 900 and something, $904. There you are, $350,000. Somebody think it's not possible anyway because they don't know what's happening in the market. So, the phenomena that is happening in the system. So that is 3,500. All right, $3,500. Now, why I'm saying this is this: every trading we are doing, you must be conscious of keeping a reserve money in the coins, especially like we have talked about primary coins for a very long time. If you are trading and you don't have small fraction of Bitcoin, number one, small fraction of Litecoin, number two, small fraction of Ethereum, number three, small fraction of Neo, number four, small fraction of Ripple, number five, small fraction of EOS, number six, and then small fraction of even Dash Coin. Well, you might be playing. That's the truth. If you are trading and unconsciously cutting $10 worth of Bitcoin, halfway is being kept. To be very serious with us. If you are trading, make sure, take note of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Neo, even BNB as another bomb, BNB, that you keep fractions of them. Even when you are hungry, you tell yourself, I know they go here. And that's the main thing that many of us have not still yet understood, that we need to work on as serious as possible. Don't do crypto as like just like I hear, I branch, I come, and all of that. No, you have to be very meticulous about it. How many of us have access to this place, Cryptopia? It's a place where you can learn so many things about wallets. Okay, you can go and read more about wallet here and being able to download some wallets. Okay, of course, some of us have Coinomi wallet. You have your blockchain and engine wallet. Look at it. We have about 223 different wallet systems. Here, these guys give you analysis of how strong. Like, how many of us have Trust Wallet?
Yes, yeah, I do.
Good. So it helps you to, to keep some track coins, Look at wallet, Magnum, I have this wallet, I have Coinomi, I have Coin Wallet, and so many other wallets, there's even Dodge Free Wallet, there's Engine Wallet. They have some other coins added to them, okay, and they just download, I have payment wallets too, and then so if you go to Cryptopia, it gives you. I have this Guarda wallet, If you go to Cryptopia, I give you access to this. Why do you need to have all this wallet? Like some of those coins, like Bitcoin, small fraction of Bitcoin, fine. Bitcoin is defined. You have your blockchain. Significant no matter how. If look at this my blockchain now. I don't have money. I don't have money anywhere. I don't have money that you say this is money I can pick. But I'll just dump some. Look at it now. Look at this my blockchain. Let me use example. You guys can see something here. Can you see what I do here? I intentionally kept, what is this? This is small fraction of Bitcoin, right? 0.015 Bitcoin. On other whatever situation that is happening, I won't see this one as money. So let me not even go there. Okay? Look at Ethereum, 1.1 Ethereum. Instead, I should be trading and make small fraction of profit and return it back here. This is a holding. So Ethereum 1.1, okay, Bitcoin Cash 0.06, just $18, guys, and that one they gave us that time, Stellar Lumen, it's none of my business. If it's next 10 years, they are going to do something reasonable, it's their feathers barrier, so it's not my business. So they're going to be there. Now, don't be surprised one time we come, you log into this blockchain that is having total asset of dollar worth of $381. You may come, there are times you're going to come. This money, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, this money will do up to 100,000%. So if it does 100,000%, what does that amount to? 100,000% of that money you are seeing, that's about.
It's $381,000.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Divided by 100, right? So that is about 10,000 times, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 381. Are you sure? 100,000.
100,000.
Yeah, 100,000%.
Wow.
That's about 3.8 million now.
That's 3.8 million. Wow.
So it sounds impossible, it sounds impossible because when you look at 8 years, 9 years, 10 years of Bitcoin doing about 19 million%, so it sounds strange. You understand? So we need to be very, very, I don't know how to put it. I just hope we can learn anyway. Let me put it that way. I just hope we can learn. And not that we should, because sometimes if you are telling people that learn how to preserve your coin, some say, I'm dying, oh, that is what I need to eat. No, strategize, trade, make some profit. From that, your profit, buy some coins, keep separate. Trade, make some more profit, buy some coin, keep. Okay, you happen to have some projects, maybe we're lucky. If we can lucky this year, maybe any of those projects we are trying to do now, if they can do magic for us like 2017, that Rega Coin did some terrible magic for us, and then You collect some of those money and then look at it. Oh, I have some excess money here. Oh, Bitcoin, how many fractions do I have? Can I increase my fraction up to half, 0.5 Bitcoin? And I'll just buy it and keep, and just convert it to Bitcoin. And then can I have, because guys, watch it, from so many analysis we are getting about Ethereum, that end of a big cycle of Ethereum, that maybe in the next 1 or 2 years, you might see Ethereum in the end of its cycle up to above $10,000. Then what do I do? As I'm doing small trading, if I have further fraction, I'll just ensure that, how many Ethereum have I been able to have in reserve? 1, 2, 3. Okay, Litecoin, that it may do up to $3,000 at the long run. Then, how much is Litecoin now? 60 something dollars. If I trade in some days or some month, at the end of the month, maybe I've traded, I'll make about just $200 or $500 profit. Out of these, yes, I need to take care of one issue or the other. Okay, let me pick part of the money and just buy 2 or 3 or 4 Litecoin, 60 something dollars. So, but I need to do it fast because, but I want 10 Litecoin. $63 times 10, that's $620. Oh, I don't have up to that. Okay, let me just buy 2 Litecoin from the profit. Don't say, I think if I can get 10 Litecoin now. No, you may not be able to get it. So you just trade little and then make sure you, because a time is going to come, guys, some of those shit coins in the market will disappear. And then it's only real coins that guys in institutions, top guys will be holding. They will not hold shit coin. And so, and if you do not have little asset in some of those strong coins, when they move it and they move up excessively, you may be regretting your action and inaction. Okay? I just hope I'm not giving some people sleepless night anyway. Okay, so more questions? Yeah, more question? Anybody with any questions again? Hello?
I say from my end here, I have no more question except there are other people who wish to ask.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I actually I want to ask a question. Yesterday
Yeah.
I opened a KuCoin um wallet or
Okay.
the account,
Okay.
right? And I moved money from my blockchain there,
Okay.
but it was showing yen as a base. I don't know, as a base currency or something like that. It
Okay.
was on a mobile. I used it. It was showing yen. So I don't know why.
And just go to tap your profile, and then you will see where you can see currencies, and then you tap country, Nigeria. Maybe when you were
Oh,
logging in and when you do your verification, you possibly it was in China, and so
okay.
and that was why it was showing the base currency as Chinese yen. So you just go,
Okay, so I can change it from
yeah,
the account settings.
yes, you see preference,
Okay,
change it to um, um, you can change it to dollars, change it to, if naira is not there, you can change it. Preferably you just change it to dollar. Although it doesn't
dollar.
have too much significance on you anyway, because when you are trading, you're actually trading with your BTC you're trading with your BTC to other coins you want to buy and sell. And
Mm,
so irrespective of what is showing, you can always like just let me go here now, for instance, look at it here, KuCoin. So it's mostly where you come in, you are trading against this place, BTC, this guy, not usually USDT or altcoins and all that. So when you come into the market, you always trace back to your BTC, and that's
okay.
this is the base I want to trade other currency against. And then you can now look that is the currency I have to trade, with other preference currencies I might want to like take advantage of. So you always click. So whatever currency you click where you come into the trade is what you can have. But like I showed from the beginning and before you start trading, of course you're going to send you're going to go to your profile and then go to your moving the money from main account, because sometimes somebody want to trade and then he has funded his account and the money was actually in his back office in his KuCoin, and he got to the spot, and then he couldn't find any money. He was like, what's happening? I can't find any money here. Because he has not moved it from the main account to the trading account. And it's not compulsory for you to move all the money. You can move part of it and then continue trading. And I think it gives you to monitor your transaction very well than when you send all the money to the trading account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, guys, any more questions? Anybody with other questions?
I have questions, so good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll be deviating in one of the questions. Sir, please, you didn't talk about the thing that Yobit have now.
Yobit always have so many things, and
I mean, the one, the airdrop something now.
yeah, I didn't even participated, they've been doing most of, I think the hours has passed, am I correct? I think it was 13 hours that time, and I think, is it 13 hours or 113 hours? Is it past?
114, I be 114 hours now.
I think it's passed already, has it not?
I think it's either today or tomorrow, thereabout.
Serious? Are you serious? Let me check. This point is that the airdrop they are doing is just similar to IEO. But Yobit is Yobit is a criminal. Don't report me to them. So, one thing is that I always tell people to be careful about Yobit airdrop and all of that, because if you are not smart enough, Yobit can do some funny things, and so if you want to partake on it, I think there are conditions again to meet up with before you can partake on Yobit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Let me check here.
Okay, while you're checking, let me ask the second question.
Go ahead.
Sir, please, I want you to be a little more practical on the next question I'm about to ask. Me now, no, we're still coming up. Everything you're saying is big to me. Now, big money I just they see. For someone who is trying to hold a particular coin with $50 and the person is able to buy like 200 of that coin, and the person has intention of possibly keeping part of the coin as holding. Remember, it's $50 the person bought the coin with.
Yes.
Now, what percentage, or how do you explain, or what do you advise to that person to trade with? What percentage is the person supposed to trade with? And what percentage should be on holding? Let's say the $50 is able to get like 200 of that coin for the person.
Yeah, the person should trade with 150 of the coin and keep 50.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, sure. Let him keep, because the money is not much, okay? As the money is not much, right?
Yes, sir.
The money is not much. Let that person keep 150. Let the person keep 50 and trade and trade 150. Let me use example of Link. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me like we've been trading Link for a very long time now. And
Yes, sir.
if anybody had divided his Link into two, with the wave of activities on Link that happened for a very long time, even before Tikawari mentioned about Link as the free coins, and if somebody who is keeping half must have from the beginning must have told himself, if I had even kept only 25% and trade 75%, I would have gotten more volumes enough, okay, than me just keeping it. It's people who don't know how to trade that will always say, let me just keep a coin. But if you know how to trade, but this is the difference. The difference is this. The coin you have kept, you are holding to keep for some time. You must be very meticulous about the part of that volume you are trading. Just using an instance I said about Litecoin, that when you are trading a coin, you don't check at the dollar value. What you get carried away with, how many volume of the coin can I accumulate? So you have kept 25% of this coin, and then you are trading 75%. 250 is kept, 150 is being traded. You must be careful that after the first trade, you have used 150, and after you finish the first sales, either you ladder place or you sold at once, whichever one, you must make sure that after the first trip of sales, the next buying order from 150, I should be able to have 160, at least 160 of that coin. Not the dollar value per se, not the just I'm having the Bitcoin, but that same coin, because I'm holding it, the next trip of buyers will have up to 160. If I have up to 160, then I sell. Next time I'm buying, that coin should have accumulated to either 165 or 170 or 180.
Okay, so a situation where the market never comes back to your favor, or few, maybe the price you try to set, it never comes back to that price, and there's maybe a forecast that or a news that the coin will do something good. What do we do? Do we just leave our money on BTC and never buy back that coin, and you just lose out in the opportunity?
Yeah, see, you have to take anything you see. How? Now, you have the market, see, the market never come down to the price you expected. It's a lie. It may not come down immediately. It will surely come down. Markets have a trend. Like I remember when Link coin was at 37,000 Satoshi, whoever expected that it was going to come down to 27,000 Satoshi.
That's true.
Yeah, whoever expected it, nobody. Most people were like, hey, if I sell now, hey, somebody even told me, hey, I can't sell. I said, well, I've sold at 37,000 Satoshi and I bought some part at 32, but I'm still expecting a fall. He said, why are you? Then it's going to crash. I said, who told you? Something that I've been trading from 14,000 Satoshi. And before many of us start trading when it was 18,000, and some start trading at 20,000 Satoshi. I'm still expecting it down. And all of a sudden, when Bitcoin just do, and then the guy just came down, the guy was like, wow. I said, when it comes to crypto trading, patience is virtue, and is the first cost of purchase, especially the coin you are jealous of. The only thing you do when you first trade that 150,000, when you first trade that 150 volume, now, and you bought back, immediately you buy back at up to 160 or 165 or 70. You can take part of it and now push it back to the holding.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take part now. Remember, it's like you are taking profit and push it back to go and join the remaining 50. So that instead of that 50 now you are having 60.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes. Very well.
So you don't just need to be in a haste. I need to get it done now. No. You don't need to be in a haste.
So it's not possible for the coin to do a great margin of percentage and still come down with that same margin. Do you think it's possible? I'm just looking at it. I don't know because
There's something you are missing here. The
okay.
rule is that it may not come down to the last price you bought, but the rule is that you will buy back below the last price you sold.
Okay.
The rule is not that it's a must you are going to buy back. There's going to be a pullback, but not a crash down below the last long support. So the rule
Okay.
is
So
don't buy back above the last price you sold. You are
yeah,
permitted to buy back above the last price you bought.
but okay.
Because you are already in profit with the last
Mm,
price you sold. And so in
yeah.
between the lines of the last price you sold and the last price you bought, the market may not come down to the last price you bought, but it will go below the price you sold.
You
So you are
sold.
to buy.
Oh, okay.
And when does that sort of thing happen, immediately you pull back very well to a good profit percentage. You buy maybe the money you have now, you can buy like 50% of it and watch again for it to come down. Because if you rush to buy because you are under, hey, I want to get my coin back. No, the market does not respect your emotion at all. So you just, okay, let me buy 50% and watch it. As it's coming, coming. I remember when, I think I've sold at 37,000 Satoshi on Link. And then when it came down to about 33, I was now saying, if anyone who have sold at 37,000 Satoshi, you can start ladder buying. You understand? And
Yes, sir.
and such coin when you have ladder bought at 33,000 Satoshi and the thing came down to 30, you ladder buy, and then maybe you didn't have any money again, you have just bought all, and it came down to 37,000. You don't even bother, just remove your mind just until it creates another big margin. If
Money.
Bitcoin dropped that I was expecting after the 37, if you take a pullback to like 33, 32, 34, I was expecting another kind of wicked movement up to like 45,000 Satoshi. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So that is right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So be careful. Okay, when you check the Yobit, I always say something. Some of those things that Yobit does. So when you are coming in there, just try as much as possible not to put so much money because Yobit have their own way of dumping on people. So Yobit
No
can.
problem. As long as you don't approve of it, sir.
No, not that it's not good, but Yobit have always been. It's just that sometimes some people wouldn't know that Yobit have been doing some terrible things for a while. And then maybe when they just get the news that Yobit is doing this, like it's like a new thing. There's something new in Yobit. Yobit have been doing some crazy thing. It's Yobit that somebody can make 8,000% in a day. So
So is OMG a primary coin?
Omisego
Yes, sir.
is a very fantastic coin.
Is it a primary coin?
Of course, it is.
Okay, it's good. It's also good for holding.
Yeah, Omisego is a very strong coin.
Is good for holding, I'm asking.
Okay, fine. You can hold Omisego, but not
No,
just.
I'm asking now. I'm asking. You mentioned all the primary coins and you forgot BCH and OMG. But I know you used to have OMG used to be among your list of primary coins. before, so you didn't mention it. I
Eh,
don't know if you
Doris,
forget it.
let me wait and collect this money on the table from these people. Are you serious? I said it that this plantain coin people, they will pump their coin. Who was I telling? Mr. Simplicity, are you in the house? I was telling him in the office yesterday that if you want to collect any money, you can go and collect from these plantain coin people. You know, and some of them now
The one they are using on coins bit. What's it called?
don't mind them. They say they are staking that the coin is now a stable coin in CoinSpeed. So I say it's not me and them. Me, I'm a crypto politician, so it's a game of interest. Now I need to. Okay, it's my second account. I angrily bought some of their coin on Yobit, and then at about that time they crashed down to about $5 or something. Here I am, and it's about $8 now. That's crazy. And that's against Bitcoin, it has done 24% today.
My money for you. So you didn't stake it now?
Now, Chris, they worry me.
But you mentioned it, though. You always mention it.
No. I said they are going to stake their coin, and so even somebody who say he want to stake, I just told her to stake just little. It's not a coin that they have said is now is fixed
stable coin, exactly.
So what am I going to hold it for? Any coin you are staking, what give you guts or kind of guarantee to say I want to stake this coin is because the coin itself have capacity to grow, right? If the coin does not have capacity to grow, the coin is going to sit down and be looking at eyeball to eyeball, and then you say you are staking it. What the hell? I can't be staking a coin that cannot grow and increase in the value of its Satoshi. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Exactly.
So instead of that, I know that there will be, crypto is about fundamental. So since, look at it now, can you see now? See on the coins bit, it's still at 5.5 this thing. While some of us are already collecting the money in the other side.
Ubit at $8.
You understand? And so somebody is. So I know that it's going to create. I'm not going to be surprised on Ubit. Watch this coin the next 1 month or two. If the coin go back to $25, I'm not going to be surprised. So instead of me sticking the coin here, I would rather buy on Ubit and just keep it and be watching it like football match. So when the team hits this, I will now score the goal and move. So that does it. So it's in this market, you are not the CEO of any company, and so you can't be a fan to any company that because I know the CEO. Somebody was telling me about a company. They say I know the CEO. I said no, I know they do. I know CEO thing. What I know is that how many Satoshi can they increase for me? And so if you can increase my Satoshi, I use it to increase my Satoshi, and then I move. Issue of I know CEO, the CEO is strong, is going to do. Those are funny talk. It's not for me.
So you did mention how we are going to accumulate more of our bats now.
Having to be accumulating BAT.
I know, sir. We are just downloaded, or I don't know what to do next.
They say you should make use of it. Some of us have been getting some volume now. They say you should be getting. They say you should be what's it called? You should be using the browser.
I should be using the browser.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know. I don't know how to go about it. You just sent the link and that was all. You didn't say anything.
You have to make use of the browser.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So make use of the browser. That's how I'm going to be accumulating the coin, or how, please?
That's how I've been accumulating the coin now. I've accumulated. I didn't even know that one account I connected with, and then using the browser, I didn't know that I've accumulated up to 116 of the coin. And then I was just checking one day. I saw that the volume was there. I said, so you make use of the browser and all that, and then the BAT. So I can afford to be accumulating it. So till when they are having whatever. So it's to use the browser. Then you are going to open an Uphold wallet and connect the Uphold wallet with it. So I think it's monthly. They send the withdrawal of the BAT you have accumulated to the Uphold wallet, or you must verify your Uphold wallet.
Okay. So do I have to download? So clicking on that link registers us on Uphold, or do we have to go to Play Store to how?
Haven't you registered and downloaded the browser?
I just clicked on the link.
And you never downloaded?
No, sir.
Oh, well, there was the instruction given. An instruction was given. Maybe you were not following the instruction. Maybe
you just sent the link, but you didn't tell us what to do, sir. You just sent the link. Right. That was all. And I clicked on the link. I cannot now remember what it did. But
okay, what did you do that? Go back to be with me. I asked them some of them questions. How did the other people was able to do it if I didn't send instructions? How people were able to do it now?
Maybe they had a chat with you. You didn't, Joe.
No.
Hi. Who?
This man, you there, yeah? Oh, wow. Hey. Oh, wow.
Maybe
plenty things there. Plenty.
Wait, they ask you.
Okay, somebody is asking. Boy, guy, you said that if the coin bot goes down and keep. Boy, guy, what were you saying? What were you saying, boy, guy? You said if a coin bot goes down and keep dipping. I didn't get the conclusion of your question. Hello, boy, guy, are you there? Hello, boy, guy. It's like boy, guy has slept. Okay. He asked the question, but I didn't see it. It's not complete. Boy, guy, are you there? Okay, so I think we have tried. I was tired. I never knew I would stay up to this moment. Okay, Oliver, you want to ask something? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Good evening, boss.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. And you? How is your family?
Fine, thank God.
Okay. I want to ask, if you notice that Bitcoin will rise and a particular coin you bought is still down, do you need to sell it in order to ride with Bitcoin, or like band now? So is there any need to sell it and ride with Bitcoin? You need to leave it like that.
Yeah, if you just like I remember which day, I think it was before Bitcoin came down. I think we sent a notice that Bitcoin, is going to dip, and in such case, you need to move your money back. You need to move your money back to BTC once BTC is going up. So such coin to be moved, because if such coin is not moved to BTC is going to do two things to that coin. Number one, when BTC want to dip, it drop the coin, and as Bitcoin want to move up, all of a sudden it will dip it more. So the best is when the Bitcoin dip unexpectedly and about taking off, like BTC is taking off, you can convert that coin back to BTC, right back with BTC. But if you don't get it on time to do it, don't bother, just keep it. Because if you do that after when it has, you didn't meet up on time, when Bitcoin has gone up very well, you go and convert it. That coin, after that coin, will rise and even like outperform Bitcoin. You now start regretting, if I had known, I would have just left it. So, but when you are still in the Bitcoin is still in the move, it's better you convert it to Bitcoin and ride with the increase in the price of Bitcoin. And then you can now convert that your money back to USDT when Bitcoin starts up, and you can still come back to that coin that you have before. You understand? You come back to you have converted your money back to BTC, and BTC have ride. The BTC will help you to increase the dollar. Then the coin itself deeper and deeper and deeper, losing its strength against Bitcoin and dropping the value of its Satoshi drastically. Then when BTC had gone up very well, you can convert some of your money to USDT and use it to buy that coin. Or if the coin, because not all coins are paired with USDT, but they are paired with BTC. You can now look at BTC has gone up very well. You can now take that part of that your money and take back that coin from deep.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, Kule, you can ask your question.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. Thanks for today's presentation. It's been awesome.
Amen.
My question goes as, if it happens that one buys a coin and the coin dropped drastically, and in the process of waiting for it to retrace back, and it keeps going down more and more, for over two weeks, going to 3 weeks or thereabouts. Is this advisable for one to still keep it, or probably sell it to buy another promising coin that will come up very fast to recover?
Two things are involved. It all depends on what type of coin. Is it a primary coin? That's if it's like Litecoin, Ethereum, and all of that, you might not bother.
Secondary altcoin.
If it's a secondary altcoin, it's better you move it to another promising coin and use it to ride back. You may still come back to that coin. Because the coin, after a while, when there's all indication that that coin want to take up, you have moved that coin to other coin that is very promising to recover your money back for you. Because if you don't do that, you just see that your Satoshi is dropping drastically. So you need to move it back to any promising coin. But you have to keep your eye back on that coin. And when you have all indications that that coin is like about taking off and all of that, that's checking news, checking informations, can ask questions, anything happening around that coin and all of that, to buy it back. If not, you may end up waiting, and you get too disappointed, you sell it off. You will now say, but I know I will have just, use a kind of stop loss earlier, just lost about 10%. Now I've lost about 50% of my Satoshi of this coin, and eventually I still sold it off.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Then secondly, I want to ask, is NIT block on maintenance presently?
Yeah, they said they want to have, I think, the integrations of the tokens and all of that because of the listing to. I think there was a notice at the back office.
Okay. We have not checked anyway.
No, there was a notice.
Okay, but I later found out from Popsy about that. They were doing maintenance stuff like that. I tried to make a withdrawal.
Integration. I think I'm not even making a withdrawal, sir. But integration was going on to integrate your back office token to the other ERC20 token and all of that. I think the process of listing all the coins and all of that, I think that's what's going on.
Okay. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah. Officer, you want to say something?
Yeah. My question is like, is it a question though? Don't even know. But I think on the market,
Yeah.
if you have two ties of selling order,
Okay.
first tie done, and second tie also done, and the market now drops down below
the second
tie. Okay, and the market still looks bullish. I think one can buy back, but not with the total amount of money he has that incorporates the first tie. But with what he has on the second tie that has been executed, one can buy back and ride the trend of the market.
Yeah.
Okay, to be able to maximize profit.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the day, if the market, after riding the market, and the thing now draws back to below the first tie now, it can still be total of whatever market.
Yeah. Yeah, the person needs to be very smart doing that.
That is a kind of, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, I understand.
Because what made me to ask this or to bring this into play was Doris, who was like asking a coin he bought 200 pieces and want to position coin, the one he wants to hold, and the one he wants to scalp. If he's smart enough in the market, knowing after riding the trend of the market, I still went back to buy much volume of the coin that he wants with the profit he has made, or he buys back and then keeps the profit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just like, of course, if you because there are two purposes of
from the market, and the coin looks so great.
Yeah.
He might yes.
Yeah.
End of the season, at the end of the trend of those coins, he might decide to buy back as the kind of suggestion to that which he asked.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to chip in. Then, in terms of the question he asked, the thing that he said about the link you dropped on the group chat about bats. It be like say me, I lost for that side, though. Because I think I could go back to the house. Make I
You see
check
how?
through.
You see how? You see me? My guy, that yes, you say a lot of people build it with off it. I don't say we plenty. You see how? It good like that.
I could go back again. I could go back again. Make I look and see whether I will follow up. I will catch up with what's going on there. Okay. Thanks so much. Thank you very much.
When I go for an answer with either Mr. Simplicity or Oga Moses for Abuja or other persons. We go.
No, I know at least these people. I know them. They can be able to. Moses Abuja is a good guy. Simplicity is there, so I think even if you don't get time, they go get time by force. Thank you.
As well. So I think that's all for today, and I just try to get some updates tomorrow. This week looks great in the cryptos, and of course we're going to be a lot of breakouts and activities, and so let's just see how we take advantage. And although Bitcoin want to like still jump a lot of coins, but let's see what happens. And the truth of the matter is that everybody just need to be in charge of his market, and so that's all. So okay, all right. Good night, everybody, and so you have a nice rest. And I need to sleep because I have some training in the morning again, and so.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.